What's going on, guys? One love out to everybody. We got UFC Fight Night, Blaydes versus Aspinall. It's going to be over there in the UK. Predictions, breakdown, guys. Early fights for Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to go through this real quick here, guys. Not going to spend too long on this. Quick prediction and breakdown for you. 14 fights. First fight here we're going to look at is Nicolas Dalby versus Claudia Silva. I'm liking Dalby here. I feel Silva is, from his last fight, just doesn't look good. His striking doesn't look good. He's slow. But his ground game is pretty good, but he's slow at the movement. If he's going to win this fight, he's going to need a submission. And he also gets tired in the fight. He gets tired in the first round. So I'm going to go with Nicolas Dalby here. I'm going to say Nicolas Dalby by decision, guys. Alright? Next fight, we got Mandy Boom versus Victoria Leonardo. Boom is going to have the 6-inch reach. Striking is so-so, but she's hittable though. And it seems like she can... I mean, it looks like she can strike. She's on her toes in and out. She knows distancing, but she's still hittable. I see she got knocked down in her last fight against... was it Arena? Yeah, she got knocked down and... You know, can get taken down. And then when you pressure her, it doesn't look like she does well. And she may have the reach, but she doesn't use it as well as, like I said, you know, she's kind of hittable. I'm going to go with Victoria here for more grindiness, more experience, forward pressure. She will go for the wrestling takedowns. But this fight here, I'm not confident in it because Mandy could win. If she comes in there and use the reach, stay on the outside, you know, in my opinion, she does have the better striking, but she's still hittable, man. And when you pressure her, it doesn't seem like she does well. So I'm going to go with Leonardo here, Victoria Leonardo by decision, guys, not confidence. Next fight, we got J.R. Herbert versus Kyle Nelson. Herbert going to have a 6-inch reach here. But he's a better fighter here, man. He's a more well-rounded guy. He's a better fighter, the better striker. But Herbert, man, I mean, if you connect to him or touch him, you know, he's going to get knocked out. He doesn't really handle a shot too well, which, you know, your face not meant to get a hit. And Kyle kind of pack power, but I feel Jai Herbert is just a more technical fighter, you know, stand up on ground. So I'm going to go with Jai Herbert here by first round KO TKO, but I'm not confident. All right. Next fight, we've got Mokaev DEC versus Charles Johnson. Mokaev here is a good prospect, man. He has 22 amateur wins, man. That's a lot. 22-0 in the amateur ranking, and 6 in the professional. His opponent here, Johnson, though, is not bad. Charles Johnson making his debut here. He's actually not a bad fighter, man. He's pretty well rounded. Come out of LFA, but I believe he was a champion over there, so he's not a bad fighter, man. But you know, his opponent here, Mokaev, is a good freaking prospect, man. The guy is pretty well rounded everywhere. But he has a big amateur, you know, so it's not like he doesn't have the experience. You know what I mean? He has he's gonna have if you add up the amateurs and the professional, he has 28, you know, fights there. You know, he's massive. I mean, Charles Johnson's amateur is how much amateurs is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna go with Mokaev here, guys, but you know, still be careful with this one because Johnson is not a bad fighter and it's pretty well rounded. You know, he can stop the takedown, strike it is not bad. He's on the outside, you know, distance in the range. His hands are not bad. But then with Mokaev is not bad either. His striking is not bad. His takedowns are pretty good. His submission game is good. So both guys are pretty good here. But I'm gonna go with Mokaev. I'm gonna say Mokaev by decision. But be careful with this one, man, because Johnson could win the fight. All right, so be very careful. McCann versus Johnson Pearce. This one fight here, man, is going to be on cardio, man. If McCann can't get the submission in the first round, which he can because Jonathan Pearce or GSP is going to look to take you down. Usually when he take you down, he leaves his neck there. And McCann's favorite move is that guillotine. So, I mean, it's one of those ones, man, it's like a heads or tails because if GSP doesn't get finished in the first, then You know what I mean? It's going to be one of those things where, actually, sorry, the underconda choke is his favorite move. Sorry about that. He's under counter choke. But he has other submissions too, like the rear naked and things like that. But it's a fight where if he doesn't submit GSP, in the first, then GSP cardio is going to kick in. He's going to get takedown, 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 takedown. And then GSP scrambling is not bad either. He can reverse. His scrambles are good. I feel like GSP even had the better strike in here. I'm gonna go towards GSP here, guys, but I'm not confident in this one because then the submission is there. If GSP jump in there, leave his neck there, he can get submitted. All right, but I'm gonna go with GSP by decision. Next fight, we got Nathaniel Wood versus Charles Rosa. I'm gonna go with Wood here, guys. I don't like what I see from Rosa lately, so I'm gonna go with Wood. I'm gonna say Wood by decision. All right. Next fight here, we got Marc Diakiese versus Damir Hadzovic. If Marc Diakiese come in here with the same game plan that he had against his last fight there against Mokaev, I mean, he could win this fight with Damir if he can go for takedowns. I even feel that Marc Diakiese's striking is better than Damir, which Damir, pack a lot of power, still throws a lot of leg kicks, but I feel Marc Diakiese is more with around in here, but then he will drop the ball, It's kind of tough one to pick here, man. I'm going to go with Marc Diakiese, but I'm not confident. I'm going to say Marc Diakiese by decision because he will drop the ball. All right. Livette Klein versus Mason Jones. It's a good fight. I'm liking Mason Jones there, though, because I feel with Klein, he's counter strikes, and he usually set up for that head kick, but his hands are not that great. And he backpedals a lot, but when he backpedals, it's not really doing anything with it. It's not like he's countering much. Which he does counter. Sorry, I should rephrase that. He does counter, but his counters are not consistent. You know what I mean? Because he needs to set up that head kick. So I feel Mason Jones put a pressure on him, even look for takedowns. It's just a pressure for Mason Jones, man. And Mason Jones is durable. So I'm going to go with Mason Jones here. I'm going to say Mason Jones by submission in the first round. But again, Klein is a good striker, but he mostly get his finishes by head kick knockout, and his boxing, his hands, it's not going to be like Mason Jones' hands. I feel like Mason Jones has a better hands. And it's the pressure and the heart, you know what I'm saying? And the durability. I have to go with Jones. So Jones by submission first round, guys. Next fight, we got Paul Craig versus Volkan Oezdemir. Boy, this is the next tough one, man, because, again, if you notice how Craig wins his fights because guys' egos. The guys don't feel like they can just go in his guard and sit down. And then eventually just trample choke them, man. The ego, man. The ego will get you in problems, man. Everybody has that ego. You gotta get rid of the ego, man. The guy is good off his back. I mean, it's not like he's taking down the guys, and he's like, the guys are welcoming them. The guys are welcoming themselves down into his guard. So okay, I'm gonna welcome myself down in your guard, man. It's fine. Even though I know you got the crazy triangle chokes, your arm bars, but I'm just gonna welcome myself down there because I want to prove that I'm a better ground practitioner and I can stop your submissions and counter them and beat you. And he submitted every single one of them. I don't really see Volkan Oezdemir doing that. I mean, and if he does, man, he's not watching footages. He's not watching videos of Paul Craig fights at all. He must know that Paul Craig wants that submission off his back, man. Because Paul Craig striking is not that great. I mean, it's getting better, but he's still learning, man. But he wants his submission, so I feel Volkan should get this fight, man. He should win this fight. But again, Craig always pulls it off, man. Paul Craig always does a Paul Craig, so he always gets a submission. So it's kind of hard to go against him. But I'm gonna go with Volkan here, guys. I'm just going by just what I see from footages and what I see from Volkan. I'm gonna say Volkan KO TKO in the first round, but I'm not confident because Paul Craig always get the submission, man. All right. Next fight, we got Molly McCann versus Hannah Goldie. I'm liking Molly McCann here. I feel Molly McCann is just a more well-rounded fighter, better striking and takedowns. I feel Hannah Goldie is still kind of learning, still kind of greenish. So I'm liking Molly McCann. I'm gonna say Molly McCann by decision. Nikita Krylov versus Alexander Gustafsson. It's a tough one here, man. What I see from Gustafsson, though, what made my pick here is that Gustafsson, I think he wanted to retire. And what I see from him from his last fight, him against Verdum, it just doesn't look good. He looks out of shape. Doesn't look like he wants to fight anymore. I like Nikita Krylov here, but Nico would sometimes even drop the ball and he will get tired. But I'm going to say Nikita Krylov by submission, guys, in the second round, but I'm not confident. So, alright, because Krylov will drop the ball. Next fight, we got Paddy Pimblett versus Jordan Levitt. Dirty Dancing Levitt. This fight here is, man, it is one of those fights where, if you remember how Levitt lost his first fight here against Claudia Pulis. If you notice that Claudio Pulis was just more of the physical stronger guy. He has good technique on the ground too, but he was physically stronger. And strength play a factor when the guy has technique too. Like Paddy Pimblett has ground game too. He's pretty good on the ground. But I feel like he's going to be also physically stronger too. Jordan Levitt is very technical and technique plays a factor. But then when the guy has a technique already and he's physically stronger, he's like, he's going to overpower. So I feel that's what Paddy Pimblett is going to do. Like I said, Jordan Dirty Dancing Levitt is pretty good. But I feel just the body and just the reach and height and just the physical strength. And the guy already has a technique too. So I'm going to go with Paddy Pimblett here. I'm going to say Paddy Pimblett by decision. Could be an upset though. I believe Paddy Pimblett probably the favorite here. But it could be it could be an upset because you never know. Jordan Levitt, he's dirty on the ground, dirty dancing. You can most likely get a submission. And Pimblett will submit it one time. So submissions is always there, man. I mean, no matter if the guy is physically stronger, but he has a technique on the ground too. He has a submission defense too. But when you mix up on the ground, anything is possible. So Levitt could get the submission. So just be aware of that. I'm not confident with this one, guys. So be careful with this one. All right. Next fight, we got Jack Mershman versus Chris Curtis. It's supposed to be Jack Mershman versus Darren Till, but Darren Till got injured. So Chris Curtis jumped in there. But she just came off a fight. Was it this month? Seems recent. Okay, it was last month. Okay, so he just came off a fight. I like what I see from Curtis, man. Curtis' ground defense is not bad. His takedown defense is pretty good, and he will go for takedowns too. And his boxing, his striking is pretty good. Jack Mershman is gonna grind for the takedowns, but he gasses out though, and he usually gasses out in that first round too, man. If he's trying to grind. I like what I see from Curtis, man. I'm liking Curtis in this fight here. But, Jack could surprise you, but I'm liking Curtis. I'm going to say Curtis by KO TKO in the first round, guys. All right. Main fight in the card here, we got Curtis Blaydes versus Tim Aspinall. This one is a tricky one because Tim Aspinall is very quick at the boxing. He's quick at the movement. Striking is pretty good. BJJ Black Belt is actually good on the ground. He has submissions on the ground. He's good on the ground, man. So if Curtis Blaydes trying to take him down, which Curtis Blaydes will take him down, submission is there. So that's a thing we gotta look at. Has Curtis Blaydes ever been submitted? I don't think he has. He's never been submitted. He's been knocked out though. But this is a fight where Aspinall is very quick kind of movement. It's a tough one to pick here, guys. Tim Aspinall has never faced anybody like Curtis Blaydes, though. So, I mean, Chris Daukaus, no. Roger Stroke, no. Hold on, I'm looking at the wrong thing here, guys. Tim Aspinall, let me see. He faced Alexander Volkov, Sergey Splitvac, Andrei Arlovski. I mean, he faced some veteran guys here, and Blaydes is a tough guy to beat, man. I mean, you only lose to Derek Lewis and lost to Franz Ngannou twice. That's it. Tough guy to beat, man. And once you start wrestling you down and ground and pound, big body against you. But Tim Aspinall will look for the submissions, though. No, he has submission chances. So I'm gonna go with Curtis Blaydes here, guys. But I'm not confident in this one because again, speed advantage by Aspinall. Also got the submission game. I mean, he blitz in and out. But experience, Curtis Blaydes is very experienced, man. So, and Curtis Blaydes striking, has gotten better, but doesn't really handle a shot too well. So he can get hurt on the foot, be knocked out 3 times. Can Tim Aspinall knock him out? It's possible. But I'm going to go with Blaydes here, guys. I'm going to say Blaydes by decision, but I'm not confident. Alright? Quick look at the odds here, guys. So we're working with. See what we're working with over here. Haven't seen the odds yet. Dalby and Silva, Dalby at 210. Really don't disagree with this one. I feel Dalby's all around the better fighter here. Silva doesn't look good. He looks very slow. And he needs a submission, and he can get the submission, but I feel with Nicolas Dalby he's going to be moving. So I kind of like Dalby. Mandy Baum, they got Baum as favorite, but it's an even fight. Basic is even fight, so I have Victoria, but again, this fight here I'm not confident at all. Heads or tail. Jaya Herbert and Kyle Nelson. Jaya Herbert should not be no 200-300 because he doesn't handle a shot too well. And if Kyle does swing his punches around and catch him, he can knock him out. So this fight here, I wouldn't make it even, but I probably put Jaya Herbert maybe like 150, 160, you know, because he doesn't handle a shot too well. So him being 200 and something, nah, man, be careful with that one. I mean, I have him winning, but be careful with that one. Charles Johnson and Mohamed Makovov. Damn, Mohamed is high as hell. I kind of disagree with this one, guys, because Charles Johnson is coming from our LFA, was champion, and he doesn't look bad. Striking doesn't look bad, hit on defense, his wrestling, submission game doesn't look bad. Even though Mohamed has that too, and he looks good, he's a good prospect, 22 amateurs, you know, he looks good. But, you know, I feel he's too high. If anything, he should be somewhere around maybe 180 or something like that, but be careful with this one, guys. Jonathan Pearce, McCann, Americani, GSP. This fight here is an even fight, guys. GSP shouldn't be 170 because if he dives on there with his neck, he can get submitted, man. And Marquand does have a submission game, man. So, and the fight going to favor him if he keep jumping for takedowns and wrestling. At least he keeps the fight long. But usually in all his fights, GSP is usually, you know, looking for takedowns. So, favors Marquand to win because the submission is going to be always there. The submission is going to be always there for him. So this is an even fight. I like GSP because of cardio, but be careful with this one, man, because Marquand could actually win. Nathaniel Wood and Rosa. Damn, Nathaniel Wood is high, but man, I mean, I don't really, you know, man, he's definitely high, but Rosa doesn't look good, man. So I really can't complain against this one, guys. But still be careful, man. But you know, he's kind of high, but I feel he should win. Damn, Marc Diakiese and Damir Hadjovic. Man, Marc Diakiese is too high, guys. Because just what he's been looking in his fights just hasn't been looking good. You know what I mean? Even though he won his last fight with a bunch of takedowns, which was good game planning. But I wouldn't have Marc Diakiese at 400. If it's anything, man, this fight, I would have put Marc Diakiese maybe like 150. Because Damir could win. Just by throwing leg kicks and peppering him up with shots and avoid the takedowns. What happens if Marc Diakiese can't take down Damir? You understand what I'm saying? So I disagree with the odds on this one. And Marc Diakiese is way too friggin' high. No way, man. Careful with this one. Mason Jones and Klein. Damn, Mason Jones is too friggin' high too, guys. Damn, the odds in here are ridiculous. Klein isn't a bad fighter, guys. I mean, he relies on his head kicks a lot, but he does have a ground game. But I can see where Mason Jones is just the more durable, and I feel Mason Jones' hands are better, and I feel Mason Jones has more heart, so more confidence. He has some more heart, and he's more durable. But 390, 400 is gotta be careful with that one. I put Mason Jones maybe like 180. So be careful. I mean, Jones should win, but be careful. The odds seems very high. Paul Craig and Volkan Oezdemir. Okay, they got Volkan at 150. Close fight. I don't disagree with this one, but Paul Craig, you know, he gets the submissions, man. Especially when you go play in his guard. I mean, is Volkan going to go play in his guard because of the ego? I don't know. I mean, you just don't know with these guys, man. The mindset they're going there with. They're going there with a game plan and then switch it up. You know what I'm saying? But odds don't look bad, but still be careful because Parker could get a submission, guys. Molly McCann and Hannah Goli. McCann is 600. Damn, they're high on these guys. Yeah, I mean, Goldie just, she's still learning to me. I feel Molly McCann is the all-around better fighter. So I don't really disagree with the odd, but still be careful. But McCann should win. Alexander Gustafsson and Nikita Krylov. Real Nika should be a little bit lower in the odds here, man. Because he would drop the ball, man. But Alexander Gustafsson just doesn't look good. So I said Nico maybe like 150, 160. But the odds kind of high on him. But be careful. Because he would drop the ball. So, but I got Nico for winning though. Jason Levitt, Paddy Pimblett at 250, should have crossed. Man, I really don't disagree, but I could see Paddy Pimblett be a little bit lower because Levitt is kind of sneaky with the submissions. Even though, like I said, Paddy Pimblett has the ground game because he's known for the ground and he's going to have the strength advantage. I feel that way. He's going to have the strength advantage. I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? But he seems like a more physical, stronger guy here, and he has a technique. So, just technique alone, or I should say, just physically strong alone with no technique is a difference. But the technique is going to rule over. You know what I'm saying? But Paddy Pimblett, he knows the ground and he has a strength advantage. And he's physically a bigger guy there. I go a little low on Paddy Pimblett. I still be careful because Levitt is still live for submission chance. Chris Curtis, Jack Emerson, even fight. I really don't disagree. I don't disagree with this. Curtis Blaydes and Tim Aspinall. Damn, they got Tim Aspinall as favorite? That's interesting. It's a close fight, though. It's a close fight, but I'm liking Blaydes, though. But it's a close fight. So that's about it there, guys. My odds breakdown there. Just play at your own risk, man. I mean, anything is possible here. I see some odds here that just doesn't look right. I think the guys are too high. Let me see here. Jai Herbert and Cal Nelson. Herbert is too high. Muhammad and Charles. I think Muhammad is too high. Jonathan Pearce and McCann. That should be even. Marc Diakiese is too high. Jones is too high too. There's a couple of fights are kind of high here. So that's about it there, guys. One love out to everybody, guys. Keep on kicking. And remember to subscribe to my channel. Hit the thumbs up button. Check out my Patreon account for all my face-off predictions. You can also donate to my PayPal account if you want to. Alright? So one love out to everybody. Os.